If we fell, we got this love. Oh, 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 we got this love.
What up, good friends? I'm J Maxwell. Welcome back to my channel. This is J Max Reacts. Today I'm watching a video by Honest that says about Beyonce. Let's see what he has to say.
Beyonce has returned with her long-awaited solo album, Renaissance. It is reportedly Act 1 of the series of records to come. It's reported that there will be a total of 3 records. We're going to be talking about many things surrounding the album and the album itself. The album was leaked 2 days in advance, which came to a shock for a lot of people, because after a forward leak, Beyonce has been known to keep her projects tightly gripped and under the wraps.
Exactly.
Which is how she got away with surprise releasing Self-Titled. Beyonce released a statement about the leak saying, "So the album leaked, and you all actually waited until the proper release time so you all can enjoy it together. I've never seen anything like it. I can't thank y'all enough for your love and protection. I appreciate you for calling out anyone that was trying to sneak into the club early. It means the world to me. Thank you for your unwavering support. Thank you for being patient." The album led off with Break My Soul as a single, and it's a pretty typical 90s house throwback. I still wouldn't put it alongside Beyonce's greatest songs or singles, but it does sound a bit more effective within the context of the album. I'm not sure if it's a different mix, but it also has a lot more oomph to it. And I think that has a lot to do with the transitions. The album is kind of set up like a true dance album and DJ set. There are many times throughout this album where I couldn't really tell if the track had gone on to another song, unless I actually looked at the track list. Renaissance is actually very different from any album Beyonce has released. There are no sad songs, there are no emotional ballads, no political stances. It's her most carefree album, and it is entirely dance music, with little to no breaks from high energy tracks. I do like the distorted, almost space-like production on the track Alien Superstar.
Yeah, everybody love that song.
But I can't get past the Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy sample. As many of you know, I'm Too Sexy is a novelty song. And while I appreciate the more sincere self-empowerment angle she takes to it lyrically, I feel it would have been much more enjoyable for me if it was just an original piece melodically. Cuff is a song that sounds like it was engineered for mass radio play, but I mean that in the best way. It has a really nice groove, and the Nile Rodgers influence is very palpable. Beyonce's harmonies on this track are gorgeous and really evoke 70s disco. She's also very blunt on this track, as she says, "I'm in the mood to fuck something up." Plastic Off the Sofa is the one song on the album that can be tied to traditional Beyonce. It recalls her mountainous debut, Dangerously in Love. It's a slow, affectionate number. Move was interesting to me because it features the legendary Miss Grace Jones, who has influenced pop culture in a way few have. So it was nice to see her team up with someone from the current era whom she has had an influence on. It also features Tim.
Oh, that's getting on my nerves.
Move is a very abrasive Afrobeat song, but it features a fire rap and some signature deadpanning from Miss Jones. It's the most aggressive track on the album, but it's ruled with club-ready lyrics like "Move out the way, I'm with my girls, and we all need space." Heated is a breezy summer track with Afrobeats influence. And I can definitely tell that Drake had a hand in this song because it sounds like something Drake would do. But I do think Beyonce does a fantastic job of injecting her own style and personality into the song. It has an intoxicating melody and her signature honey-like harmonies. All Up in Your Mind has some of the most daring electronic production on the album, with this glaring synths and distorted bass line. Lyrically, it talks about trying to get close to someone and not stopping until you get it. The album closes off with Summer Renaissance, fittingly paying tribute to the queen of disco, Donna Summer, by sampling I Feel Love. The album is consistent in its carefree themes. Even the attention-grabbing title of America Has a Problem is just a nod to the dance floor. Whether people are looking for Beyonce the big balladeer or big vocal moments, you won't get it on this album. There's a lot of talk singing, some deadpanning, and overall it has more restricted vocal performances. And I don't mind this approach. I think it's fitting for the music she's going for. However, I'm not really a fan of Beyonce as a rapper. I feel there are some tracks she pulled it off, but the songs where she really leans into rapping like Thick and Church Girl are a miss. Thick in particular sounds like something her prodigy, Chloe, would make, and like it's leaning into the generation of TikTok. There are various nods to black, gay, and trans culture throughout the record, with the inclusion of Big Frida, T.S. Madison, Honey Daejeon, and drag queen Moi Renee, as well as nods to disco and dance music in general, with the inclusion of acts like Donna Summer and Grace Jones. Ultimately, the album isn't Beyonce's best work, but I do think it succeeds in being a consistent record and having attention to detail with the inclusion of the origins that she is obviously inspired by with this record. I also wish there was stronger melody-driven dance music throughout the record. It's one of the most on-trend albums of Beyonce's career, not only because disco and house have infiltrated the charts these past few years, but it also holds the trend of mature pop divas paying tribute and turning to dance music. That aside, we haven't heard Beyonce have this much fun since B-Day, and that aspect of the record is the true most refreshing thing about it, but it definitely succeeds in being her most free and easy.
And for the second half of the album, okay. Is that it? Yep. Okay. I can agree with that last point specifically. I do resonate more with the second half of the album. I think the album as a whole is incredible, particularly for people who listen to electronic music, dance music, house music, all different forms of music. You'll get it. There are some people in the world that just like R&B, they just like hip hop, they just like urban music, and those are the ones who are just saying it's trash. They don't like it, this, that, or the third. I'm beginning to learn more of like being able to consciously look at it and say, okay, this is just how they feel about certain things, and stop saying people are uncultured because they don't listen to everything. Some people just don't listen to everything. This one right here do though. That's why I was like, listening to the album, I'm like, oh, this is incredible. But on like the third listen, I was like, why does it sound so familiar to me? I was like, everything about this, I feel like I've experienced before. I'll say it that way. And not in a copycat way. She didn't copy anybody. It's still very unique to her. But it's very reminiscent of Dawn Richard's New Breed and Second Line. I feel like if those albums had like a hybrid that was more mainstream and that appealed to the masses, this would be it right here. So shout out to Beyonce and her team. I think it's an awesome album. I think it's good. I think it's great, honestly, to see her doing something different and something that's just fun. She's past the point of having to make political statements and having to be, women's empowerment, this, that, or the third. She can have fun. Let her have fun. She done put the time in. She's done all of the preliminary work. Y'all need to just let that shit go. If you don't like it, it's not your flavor, cool. Maybe Act 2 would be yours. Maybe Act 3 would be yours. I saw today a tweet that said that she was getting ready to reclaim genres that were stolen from us as black people, like country and rock with the second one. So you might want to just, ignore B for a while if you're feeling a way about this one, because if you don't fuck with country or rock or anything that is a fusion of any other genre that's not just ratchet, so sorry for you. Look like she's not gonna do that for y'all this time, and she shouldn't have to. You can always go back to the other records. It's other people making that. It's some people that will never come out of those lanes. But aside from that, definitely the second half of the album, I do like the top of it as well. Like I love I love Alien Superstar. I think everybody loves that song. I love Cozy. Shout out to y'all know I love Nisha Charles, who is a songwriter who's been working with me for a while. I love that she writes, and her pen is incredible. Definitely like Energy and Cuff It, but definitely that second half of the album. By the time you get up to like Move, and you get to like Virgo's Groove and Plastic Opposite, when you get to that part of it, that's what I like, because it's more melodic. But I love that the album is so diverse in its structure and format. There are songs that you can tell are probably going to be slated for release to radio, like you said. Like Cuff It is definitely one. It definitely follows a traditional radio format. But the other ones with the transitions where you don't know if it's the next song or this, that, or the third, I just absolutely love that. Again, the only other person I've seen do that as effortlessly or as fluidly as Beyonce did it with this album is Dawn. Y'all go listen to Second Line of New Breed. I love that she's getting looks now, and it's love. It's not comparison. It's not anything negative. It's, hey, if you like this, you would love this as well. And then there's some other ones that you would love as well. So it's opening more doors for girls that are doing this indie, and I think that's incredible. Is she still doing something, incredible for the underground and kind of just promoting women's empowerment while having fun doing it? It's a great record. Y'all just live with it. Just live with it, honey. Ain't that what New York said? Just live with it. Live with it for a little bit, let it sit. Listen to it a couple of times. Put it on when you clean your house. Hell, put it on when you're taking a road trip. That's what I had to do. And it will literally just be great to you, I think. You know what I mean? But that's my little tidbit on it. I watched the video to react to it, but I also gave y'all my review and my favorites as well. But yeah, let me know yours below. What you think of the album? Comment, like, subscribe. Until next time. Peace.